back with a breaking news update. South Bend police have identified 53-year-old Johnnie Johnson as the victim of last night's shooting. It happened in the 1200 block of Huey Street. An autopsy set for tomorrow. The department's violent crimes unit is leading the investigation. No word on any potential suspects yet. If you have any information, you're asked to call police or Michiana Crime Stoppers.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about Karen Davis. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Tea Tyme. Peachy Tea Tyme. Tune in on Peachy Tea Tyme. Peachy Tea Tyme. Come join us on Peachy Tea Tyme. Peachy Tea Tyme.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Soon as I turn my mic on, who gonna clean it up? I'm gonna clean it up. And who gonna clean it up with me? Jason. He sure is. He gonna clean it up right with me. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses. Mwah. I hope y'all doing good tonight. I am. I'm doing great. I am doing great. Once I hit go live, everything that happened before goes out the window. Okay? It goes out of the window because I have a job to do and take care of, baby. We got these families on here today. We have the family of Johnnie Carwash Johnson. Carwash. Now, I ain't know if y'all knew that that's his nickname. I ain't just make that up, okay? That was his nickname, Carwash, because he liked washing cars, okay? So, shout out to this family. It's not easy coming on here with so many people watching. You just never know who's going to watch Peachy Tea Tyme, baby. The Peachy News Edition at that. So thank you all so much for joining tonight. Please, please, please don't forget to share this video. Please don't forget to share. Like and share. Hey, Miss Joyce. Miss Joyce said, hey. So once again, thank you so much for coming. Thank you to the family for coming just as well. Yes, Bernardo, thank you to the family. And thank you to Justice for Michiana for bringing the family just as well. But we're going to bring up my guy, y'all guy, everybody's favorite guy, besides Pooley, okay? Pooley, everybody's favorite, okay? Including Matt. But I love Jason. Here go Jason, baby. Jason.
Yo, what up, though? Shout out to Pooley, man. What up, Pooley?
So shout out to Pooley. What's going on, Jason?
Man, you already know slow motion better than no motion, all motion, good motion. You hear me? It is awesome to be up here. Thank you for continually having this platform. Once again, allowing these families to really open up about their family members that they have lost, but not only that, hopefully find solitude and resolve in these lives as well.
Exactly. And Jason, thank you just as well. Me and you both was blessed to where we started this and we have had a family on every single Wednesday.
Yeah.
Every single Wednesday. You know, and families are still coming on. To this day, they're still coming on. And it's like I said, Jason, it's not easy.
No.
This is hard to do this.
It is. It is very tough. And granted, we're only getting a small bit of it because we're hearing about it, so our empathy sets in. But just the sympathy to have for the family members that are going through it. I only, I went through it 10 years, not 10, so 6-7 years ago when I lost my cousin to gun violence. And it wasn't easy, man. Going back and then, looking at his children that he had, and one was, I want to say he was, Michael Jr. was about 4.
Wow.
So those type of things. And then his daughter was like 11, his oldest is like 14. You know, that was tough. So to only,
Exactly.
you know, relive that kind of scenario is something different. But shout out to everyone
Exactly.
that's here, man. It takes a lot to be able to talk through this.
Yes. My friend, who's also my sister, she lost 2 kids due to gun violence, senseless gun violence. One was at a block party and she was shot and killed. And then her brother, little brother, he was shot and killed first at grandma's house. At grandma's house. At grandma's house in the chair. And it's just sad. It's just sad. It's just sad. It's just sad. So we continue to do these stories to bring awareness so that, you know we probably can't change the entire world, but we can change somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody would think twice after watching these stories. Me and Jason dig down deep.
Yeah,
We
man.
go deep. So somebody always learns something. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to bring up the family. But first and foremost, we got to bring up Venado. Venado. Hey, Venado.
Hey.
How are you?
Man, just on behalf of the family, the entire family, thank you for having them on your platform and trusting their story would be heard and somebody would definitely reach out and help this family case to become closed.
Exactly.
Tonight we will be showing a car, a SUV that's linked to the person who done this crime. And our motto is that's the car. But
This is the car.
if you know something, say something. Might fight our local Crime Stopper. If you know who car that belonged to, there's a reward just to know who the owner of that car is.
Wow.
If you call 574-288 stop and leave that tip, and if your tip is correct, the first one get that money, right?
They get that bread.
That bread, right? And I was just told that the reward can be as high as $2,000, I believe, or you may correct me, or $2,500. So it's not like I'm getting $100. Just say, man, that was John Doe.
Exactly.
So we are excited. We have laid Johnny to rest, and he washed cars, like you said. He's
yes.
Neighborhood, like I hung in the streets. When you hear people say he was the cell phone man, I sold those phones on that block. And I used to go past and I would always see him wash the car. I didn't know him, but I always would see him no matter what day I went down that street. He had a car in the driveway.
Wow. Well, next we're going to bring up Miss Yumika, which is the Vice President of Justice for Michiana. Hey.
Hi, Peachy.
Hi, Jason.
Hey.
So, thank you so much for bringing the family on tonight to Peachy Tea Tyme, which is Peachy News Edition, each and every Wednesday. So I definitely appreciate that. What do you have to say about this family? Because you've been working hand in hand with this family before we bring them up.
Okay. So I haven't really met any of the actual family. I've been working with Cam, but it seems that everybody loves Johnny. So at the funeral, I heard a lot of good things said, and a lot of people got up and spoke and gave a word. His best friend is also a pastor, so he had a lot of funny spiritual stories to tell us, and it just sounded like he was a great guy. So overall, I think this is a great family.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for bringing this great family onto Peachy Tea Time. I really appreciate that. Because at the end
You're
of the
welcome.
day, everybody's family voices need to be heard when they're going through something like this
Absolutely.
in their community. It needs to be heard. So thank you so much once again. Now we're going to go ahead and introduce to you all the family. First, we have the sister of Johnny, which is Sister Carolyn Jones. Here she go. Hey, Miss Jones.
Hello, how are y'all?
Hi,
Hello.
Carolyn.
You know, Miss Jones, that's my mama name. Literally, Carolyn Jones. Jones is her maiden name, but her name is Carolyn Jones. So I know she's probably watching, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!" But
Yes, a
thank you
very
so much.
popular name.
Yes, it is. But thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank y'all for having us. Thank you, and Renato for giving the family an opportunity to talk about Johnny's life, our relationship. I just really appreciate everything you guys are doing for him to bring justice to Johnny. Thank you.
Exactly. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And you're right. We are definitely going to dig down deep, and I want you to let us know, what type of person Johnny was, the relationship that you had with Johnny, and just the love that Johnny has brought forth from so many people in your community and in your family. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and bring up Uncle Dave. Uncle Dave over there shining bright. Got his shirt on. Jason said, "I like that shirt, Uncle Dave."
I'm gonna need me one. I'm gonna need me one.
Yes, and there go Uncle Dave and Aunt Rochelle.
Hi, how are y'all?
Hello. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight on Peachy Tea Time, which is Peachy News Edition. Um, I'm so honored. I'm so honored. There's so much other things that you could be doing at this time. But you decided to be here with us to tell your loved one's story. So we appreciate it because it's also bringing awareness, to our community and everything. So thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, I'd like to share a little something though for Johnny.
Mhm.
Yeah, we met a long time ago, and we talk every day, every
Wow.
week. We talk 5, 6 times a day, and I've been missing him ever since. I wake up at night thinking about him and couldn't hardly sleep, and I had to get up the next morning. But I still try to overcome that, you know. But I
Exactly.
still miss him because I don't have nobody like him to talk to like every day or every week. So I miss him quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's definitely shining down right now. Proud of each and every one of you for coming up on the panel. Uncle Dave, have you ever done this before?
No.
No, I haven't.
He said no.
I always have been meeting it at the funeral home, at the church.
No,
Uh-huh.
we've not done this before.
Wow. Okay. Well, there's a first time for everything,
Right.
Uncle Dave, and I'm sure you know that just as well. Well, we're going to get started. One thing that Bernardo did mention was that they released the SUV, and they literally just released the SUV. So we do have the picture of the SUV. I put something together with that just as well. So let's get started with our fair usage. Everyone's that's watching, you do not have to hit your mute button or anything. Everything will do it for you. So now, Uncle Dave, you might have to unmute yourself because it won't let me unmute you. So whenever you feel like unmuting yourself, feel free. But we're going to go ahead and get into our fair usage. Here we go.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
All right, we are back. Now, being that this is an ongoing investigation, you all will be seeing that clip quite often tonight. You will see it after the show. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we make that very clear. This is not going to be the first time that y'all see that clip, because somebody knows something. At the end of the day, somebody knows something.
Man.
Even if the person that done this never told anybody at all, somebody knows something because that person did it. So, and he knows or she knows. Somebody knows. So, if they happen to spill their beans and told somebody else, if you know something, say something. It's so important, because if it was your family members, you will want the same justice. You will want the same thing. So I just had to say that, y'all. I had to get it off my chest. Right. So let's start.
60, 70 people outside when this took place.
It was how many?
60 to 70 people.
Wow. So what happened? Yumika, can we start with you? Are you?
Yes, I'm kind of familiar. Bernardo know a little more than I do about it. However, there was a drive-by shooting, and Johnny was an innocent bystander, basically. And like he said, there were 60 to 70 people out. No one's talking.
So, Bernardo, where did this all take place at?
This took place at 1229 North Huey Street here in South Bend, Indiana. And that's also the residence of Johnny and his wife, Kim. He was outside washing the car when shots started going crazy. Everybody jumped in their car and left. Even the car that Johnny was washing, that person left as well. Somebody turned over a picture of the car. Somebody who had a heart and say, man, this person shouldn't be out here in the community. There's too many deaths here in South Bend. South Bend police is asking, for tips, for information. I personally have talked to the police, and they are definitely working these cases. One that they want to solve, because he was an innocent man. He wasn't shooting back. He wasn't out there selling drugs. He wasn't out there doing anything but making money washing cars to pay for his rent, his utility bills, his food. And what really, I'm at many crime scenes, and what really stunned me was his son, watching his young son run out the house to a neighbor house, and he running, had to look at his father laying in like a dish with water, muddy water. So, he gonna remember that all his life. I don't care what you do, who get arrested, he gonna remember that.
Exactly. This is why it's so important, y'all, for the show Peachy Tea Tyme. I wish all YouTube commentators could do stuff like this. I do know that AFC Podcast They do shows just like this, but they deal with babies and kids, but stuff like this needs to be out there because we need to find who these killers are. Like, you can't do nothing like this and feel like you could just walk on down the street like ain't nothing happened, like you ain't did nothing.
True.
Jason, what you got to say?
Yeah, I need to find a way how to stop the violence.
Exactly,
Yeah, that's
Uncle
number
Dave.
one.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people are trying, but no one has the answers. It's like these guns is just coming. They like coming like water. It's like they just coming out of nowhere from the sky, everywhere.
Well, even with guns, right? They're always going to be there, but it starts like if there's a bunch of guns and they were just laying out on the street, there'll just be a bunch of guns laying out on the street. It takes people and people with nonsense to actually utilize those things. So we need to talk about not necessarily reform, but like how do we do community-wide trauma help, right? How do we help these young innocent, not young innocent, but these young people stop from being so angry and wanting to kill themselves and being terrible at shooting and killing people that are in their neighborhood, right? That's what we want to go with first, and then move into the other ones. But here's what I'm gonna say, right? The thing that I loved right now about that photo is that technology is working on our side in these communities that are somewhat under surveillance, like under watched, how I would say it, right? And that's from a Ring. That's from, what I'm saying, that's from a Ring doorbell.
Doorbell.
Right?
The doorbell,
Digital
yeah.
doorbell. So that means that
and they're so clear.
There has to be other Ring or like products that are on other people's houses that's going to give more of a breakdown of what happened, because there has to be more footage. There has to. I just hope that there is, because there has to be some resolution to this ASAP. So you gotta. He seemed to be a person of the neighborhood that was of importance, right?
Yeah.
Uncle Dave is stating that they had a relationship with one another, but if you got a nickname Carwash, that means everybody in the neighborhood is calling you Carwash. Like, you're doing a service for the neighborhood, and at this point, OGs and even young heads got to come out and say, all right, somebody needs to take this, because that was an innocent person that had statue in the community, and that was doing good for the community. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Now, if they can give out, because we always try to talk about the resolution. One of the things that I think would be good, because the doorbell rings is working well. They're working well. As long as you charge your doorbell ring up and put it out there in front, it's going to capture anybody that comes to your house. Why is it that we can get the stimulus packages, but we all can't get a free doorbell ring to go on our houses? A lot of stuff is happening right at our homes. Chicago, there's stuff that's happening in these back alleys where people are not actually driving in these alleys. They're coming right in front of these houses. Where if they had a doorbell ring, you would get caught. So that's something that I would like to see. Them giving out free. Not make them pay for it. Give them out free. Just like they give out the free gun locks. Give out free doorbell rings.
Doorbell.
Yeah. Now, Sister Carolyn Jones.
Yes.
Tell us some of the good fond memories that you have of your brother.
There's so many. I don't know really where to start. Uncle Dave talked about how he talked to Johnny every day. I talk to Johnny at least once a week. Okay. And when I did not hear from him once a week, I started to worry. But either he lost his phone or he changed phones or something. But he would find me once he got back connected. And but we grew up together. Johnny's 1 year younger than I am. And so grew up in a small town, Gippsland, Louisiana, raised on 180 acres. So in the country, backwoods. So that meant we got into a lot of trouble on 180 acres as kids. There is 8 siblings, 4 brothers and 4 sisters.
Wow.
So we made our own fun. We, 180 acres. We had horses, cows, everything, you name it.
Wow.
But because we were so close to each other in age, and we were kind of the middle of the 8 siblings, we were kind of the ringleaders. It's not so fun memory, but it's funny now. And Uncle Dave is on this call. I remember my parents going to work every day. The 8 children stayed on the property. My oldest sister may have been 15, 16 years old at the time. But me and Johnny, we were the ringleaders of the ones under us. And so we influenced them. So, and we also stayed into it all the time. So I remember Uncle Dave, the horses got out. And Uncle Dave would use his rifle to get the horses, shoot to get the horses to go a certain direction. Well, he laid his rifle down to lock the gate or something. And of course, we as kids, the first thing we do is run to the gun.
Oh, wow.
Check it out. And, I got a gun. I'm going to hold the gun or whatever. So me and Johnny, close to age, always the leader of everything. We were into it about something, and he picked the gun up, and he was like, "I'll shoot you." And I said, "No, you won't." And mind you, we 7 and 8 or 6 and 8, and at the time, so as kids do, we fight and fuss. And I was like, "No, you won't." Well, he was so skinny that when he tried to lift the gun, he couldn't pretty get it up, and the gun went off.
Oh, wow.
And he shot me in the foot.
Like Delarice. Like Delarice.
Like Delarice.
Wow. So, and that was our relationship. Something was going to happen. It was either a rock thrown and I got hit in the eye, or he got hit in the eye. I believe he had a big gash up, and he had that big gash right over his right eyebrow that I hit him with a rock.
That came from you, huh?
That came from me. But shot me in the foot. We 8 children. Our parents didn't have no hospital money to have me taken by ambulance to save my foot. So Johnny was in big trouble at that point.
Wow.
Because back in the day, parents just didn't have ambulance money. So I had to be transported, all of that. So I remember, even after going to the hospital and them getting putting a cast on and everything, it took maybe a week or so before I got released. I remember him getting whooping when it happened to me. Johnny was still getting a whooping when I got out of the hospital. Like everybody, all our uncles, parents, grandparents, he was still getting a whooping because of messing with that rifle and me having to go to the hospital. So
you remember that, Uncle Dave?
Yeah, I remember that.
Uncle Dave said, "Yep, I sure do
remember that. I can testify to that."
So
wow.
we often joked about that because it wasn't the funnest memory, but man,
It's something you'll never forget.
It's something I will never forget. But Johnny just has so many jokes. I'm sitting here in my office where I work from home, and literally I would put him on speaker when he called, and we would talk hours.
Wow.
While I work. Yes. And he made you laugh regardless if you were mad at him or if you were having a bad day or what the case was be. He had a joke or something. And it was mostly about cooking. It was something about cooking. My grandmother, rest in peace, she raised me and Johnny and my oldest sister, Deborah. Right. And so she taught Johnny to cook. And Johnny was never happy when nobody's cooking unless it was Big Mama's cooking. I mean, he had to make his sweet potato pies during the holiday like Big Mama made her sweet potato pies.
Oh, wow.
And so he would often call me, girl, how you making your dressing for Thanksgiving? I want some dressing like Big Mama made dressing. And I'm like, I don't remember how Big Mama made her dressing. Oh, I remember, she used to do this and that. He could tell you everything.
Wow. Well, we do have another clip that we're going to play. It wasn't that many clips out there. That's one of the things that I always discuss on my show just as well, is how they're not being fair as far as the news broadcast. How you only get one or two for us Black people in our community. Sometimes you get more than that, but it's very rare. So it wasn't a lot of clips on Johnny. So I'm going to play this first clip. After this first clip, I have a tribute for you all, and then a presentation just as well from Justice Feliciana. All right. So here we go with the first clip, and then when we come back from this clip, I want to talk to you, Miss Carolyn Jones. Here we go.
57 News with breaking news.
We start with breaking news here on Night Team. I'm Tim Spears. This is a live look at the investigation on Huey and Humboldt Street after another deadly shooting in South Bend. This shooting happened just before 8:30 p.m. And as you can see in this live look, officers are still out combing for evidence, locking down the scene and talking to witnesses. Night Team is working to find out more about what happened, including the name of the victim and whether police have arrested any suspects. If you know anything about this case or people potentially involved, you can always submit a tip to Crime Stoppers anonymously without having to worry about retaliation. That number is 574-288-STOP.
All right, we are back. If you know something, say something. You're going to see a lot of that tonight just as well. So if you know something, say something. Now, Miss Carolyn, it sounds so funny saying that since that's my mama now. I just want to say, I'm sorry, mama. But Miss Carolyn, how did you find out what happened as far as with your brother? Take us back to that day.
I was on my phone that day, that night, actually. It was around 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I kept seeing the 574 number come through. Wasn't sure if it was Johnny or his wife, Kimberly. And so I was trying to get off so I could receive it, but it just kept coming through. So I got off the phone, and all I could hear was screaming from Marcus and Kim that he's dead. He's dead. Johnny's dead. Johnny's dead. He's dead in the front yard. He's laying on the sidewalk. And for, I don't know, 10 minutes that went on before I could even understand what was really going on. Kim was just, she was in shock. And
Kim is?
Kimberly is Johnny's wife.
Okay, for those that don't know, Kimberly is his wife. But she's not on here tonight. But our prayers are with her just as well.
Absolutely.
So definitely. So Kim was the one that called you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Kimberly called, and so almost about an hour. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get some light in here. It's getting dark in Texas. Here we go.
Okay.
So I mean, about an hour before it really sunk in that he had been shot and killed. It took, and we're still on the phone, just trying to calm them down and trying to find out what happened, where were they, in position to where he was killed. And she finally told me it was in the front yard. He was washing cars with a group of people and a drive-by. That's what I was initially told.
Wow. Was there other people out there that was hit as well?
No, there was no one else hit from her understanding at the time because everybody ran. So she didn't know. She did say that someone was returning gunfire to the person that was doing the drive-by.
Okay.
That it lasted. I heard that it lasted for a large area on that street.
Wow. Now, has justice been served? Of course not, because we're still looking for the vehicle.
No, justice has not been served. He loved people, so he attracted a lot of people. And I mean, I know somebody knows something. They're just not saying anything. And then to find out there were over 60 people in that area,
Somebody
and nobody
knows something.
said anything. No, justice has not been done.
Have you been getting any help as far as from the polices? I mean, are everyone just going straight to Kim, or they're contacting you just as well? Like, how are you getting help with this case?
I have not been contacted. I get my information from Kim. She's been contacted, and it's my understanding that they know who the person is, but they just need someone to come forward and say this person's name. That's my understanding.
Okay. Bernardo, what's your understanding? We can't hear you. You on mute.
We can hear you.
Okay, now.
Mm-hmm.
So our understanding is very clear from South Bend Police and the street talks as well.
Yes.
Over 60 people was out there. The police do have a name, but they didn't witnesses to speak up. The car is linked to the person. They did release that car and that came through Crime Stoppers. We released the car. Too many homicides. I'm wearing a shirt now from a young lady who got killed on New Year's and still have her shirt 2-3 years down the road. When will it stop? When will it stop? Just today, we interviewed a mother where her son was killed. And she be on here probably next week or the week after.
I saw that interview. I saw it when you went live with it. I did see that.
So she would be on here. When Yumika been with me 3 weeks, and she is on her 3rd homicide case. So she haven't had that full training because she working cases hands on. So when would it stop? When would people speak up? Like Uncle Dave, you hear him say, man, I miss those conversations. So if you know something, say something. Be a part of the closure for this family. And be able to go sleep and say, man, people don't know I spoke up, but this family have closure. And that's like Takesha just said, and when will it stop, right? When will it stop? You have organizations out here who get paid to stop the violence and do one-on-one with families, and that's not happening here in South Bend. When I met Kim, and it was maybe a good 4 or 5 days down the road, she was taken by the local funeral home, $7,300 for cremation, and she didn't have $10.
Absolutely.
That makes sense to me. You can't make it make sense. And the funeral home charged her $175 just to look at her husband's body. Where's the compassion? We came in and removed the body from Palmer's funeral home, and we still had to pay Palmer's $855. But that family we saved the family over $4,000.
Wow.
Where for us, that family would have been struggling to have a homegoing service. And I think the eulogy was the funeral is counsel. That's what it was.
That's a blessing right there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and get into the tribute. And then after the tribute, what we're going to do is we have a presentation. And after the presentation, I'm going to talk to Uncle Dave. I'm going to talk to Uncle Dave and Aunt Rochelle. That's what I'm going to talk to next. So here go the presentation, the tribute first, and then the presentation. This is for you all from Peachy Tea Tyme. Here we go.
All I hear is raindrops falling from a rooftop. Oh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you. I thought that from this heartache I could escape, but I've run it long enough to know there ain't no way. And today I'm officially missing you. Ooh, can nobody do me like you? I said every little thing you do. Hey baby, say it stays on my mind. And officially, it's official. Ooh, you know that I'm missing you, yeah, yeah, yeah. All I hear is raindrops. Ooh, yeah. And I'm officially missing you.
All right, and we are back. That was for the family of Johnnie Johnson, aka Carwash, aka Carwash. Yes. Now I'm going to go ahead and let Yumika speak at this time to start the presentation.
Before she speaks,
okay, go ahead.
I just want to thank our partnership funeral home, who don't live in this community, but is giving back to this community. And what Yumika gonna produce is from the funeral home. our partnership. A Black young man who's giving back to South Bend, Indiana, where our own local funeral homes are not given to families here. So I want to thank you, Ben, for trusting Justice for Michiana when
Absolutely.
many people was calling Ben and saying negative things, and Ben kept going because he knew who I was and trusted what we do here in the community with the family. So big shouts out to Ben for helping families here in South Bend that our local people not helping families here.
Wow.
If you can go ahead, Peachy.
Oh no, I was just wanting to make sure that Carolyn Jones is on because she was having some issues. Are you okay now, Carolyn? I think we can hear you, Carolyn. She must can't hear us. She says she can't hear anything.
Tell
She's
her
gonna come.
you can wait.
Yeah, she says she's gonna go out and come back again. Okay, now I definitely want to wait for her before the presentation. Uncle Dave, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you. You have been here in this world. You done seen a lot.
Right.
Why do you feel like no one's saying anything?
Because
Like they know something, but they're not saying nothing.
you know the reason why? Because that they afraid that they might get in trouble themselves. Somebody might want to shoot them or something for telling anything. And that's why I think they keeping quiet and not saying anything. And they're not going to even probably say nothing because they figure money ain't gonna save their life. You know, $25,000, $2,000. They're not gonna say nothing, you know, because they figure that they got the money, and then somebody gonna come looking for them.
Exactly.
That's right. You know? And you take that, you know, I got 5, 6 guns here at home, and them guns will stay in that closet there for the next 20 years if I don't go in there and get one of them and take them out there and shoot somebody. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It got to be something that they doing and something that they making them do to do that. And I think that, you know, drugs have a lot to do with that because that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Get mad at each other.
I can't hear anything.
That we'll fist fight each other, and I'll whoop a guy just because he's taking a piece of bread from me, and we could go laugh about it the next few days and be friends again. We didn't come out with no gun or nothing then, but they got guns so handy until they just letting this drug push them in. Take this gun, go shoot this person, go ride them down, shoot the person, shoot them. Just practicing stuff, you know. It don't make no sense, but that's what they doing.
Exactly. Now, do you feel like
7 brothers, and all 7 we had 6 brothers and 1 sister, and we always got along. We would fight, but we never did pick up no gun or nothing to try to shoot somebody just because we got whooped. We just fight out and then be friends the next day.
Exactly. Now, do you feel that the police, because I heard you when you said that people are afraid of retaliation, that people going to come back after them. Do you feel like the police should do more to help? And can they do more to help in that case so that people won't be so afraid?
Right. They could. Because that they don't have to put their name out there and they don't have to say who you know, said it there, and we gave the money to this person, that person, or anything. They should just keep it undercover so that the person can tell who did this and did that. They don't mind, you know, the police or something about it. And so they are on the scared side. That's all I can say.
Now I'm gonna ask you and Auntie Rochelle this question, and I don't know if I should ask this question or not, but I'm asking anyways because that's what I do. I ask these questions. Now, do you really think that Crime Stoppers keep it anonymous? Or do you feel like other people just going out telling what they done did, telling their business, going on social media?
Right.
Or is Crime Stoppers really keeping it anonymous? Is these white folks really keeping it anonymous? Or are they trying to get us killed out in these streets?
Yeah, they ain't keeping it undercover, saving the people, when they come in and say something. They should keep it more quietly. And not to say nothing about nobody see it, doesn't see it, even the money, anything. They should keep that to themselves.
I agree.
We wouldn't be scared so much,
Yeah, I strongly agree.
Yeah.
Now, can you hear us, Carolyn?
I can hear you fine. Yes.
All right. Yes. All right. Well, Yamika, you go ahead with the presentation.
Okay, family. First, the entire night that we've been here, I've had Johnnie with us. So this is for the family. I will make sure this gets to Kim, and she will distribute throughout the family as you guys see fit. So I'll sit him there. And
awesome.
On behalf of our partner funeral home, Rawls, can you guys see this, or should I move around a little bit?
Right there.
Okay. They gave the family 2 of these pillows. I absolutely love these. They have a memorial on it for him. There's a photo array, his name, date of birth, date of passing, and always in our heart is written at the top. And there's 2 of these, and they're inside this beautiful little cover.
That's beautiful.
And these are for the family.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And those are from our partner funeral homes as a gift to the family or a blessing to the family. And we are sorry for your loss, and our prayers are continually with you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, did a good job on that.
Yes,
Thank you.
Very good job. A very good job.
And we know nothing can bring Johnnie back, but the family, his son, and can have something to remember their loved one as many years down the road. And at the funeral, Johnnie had some money in his suit pocket with 2 dices. And we gave that to his youngest son where he can keep that as a token for many years. And he probably spent the money, right? Go spend it. The dice he could keep as a memory. The crown, we gave him the crown that we use on his father, and he just was so happy with that, to have something from his dad, the last memory of something he would receive from his dad.
Wow, that is so awesome. We're gonna go ahead and get into the vehicle again. I do want to play that clip again. Okay. Well, not the clip, but the video again. So here we go.
Three-year-old Johnnie Johnson as the victim of last night's shooting. It happened in the 1200 block of Huey Street. An autopsy set for tomorrow. The department's violent crimes unit is leading the investigation. No word on any potential suspects yet. If you have any information, you're asked to call police or Michiana Crime Stoppers.
thank y'all so much for returning back to Peachy Tea Time. Now,
on that
Carol,
car, Peachy.
say that again. The car.
On the SUV.
Was they able to get a license plate number?
We do have a license plate number on there. But the police want somebody to say what that license plate number is, right? Even with that, if the car has been sold and you know this car and be like, oh, that car sold now, still call in because the BMV records would still show when that car was sold after the homicide, if it's been sold or repainted. So keep that in mind if you know who Carlos is or was. If it's sold, repainted, it don't make a difference because other records can prove that this car is whoever it was.
I have a question about the car.
Yeah. Yes, Carol.
If they have that much information, have the person or the last owner or whoever the license is linked to, why haven't they been brought in for questioning?
Right.
Well, we don't know if that haven't happened, right?
Okay.
But everybody know I was a big fan of Forget, Metro Homicide, South Bend Police Net to do all the homicide cases. Ain't no secret. So I trust the police department in just releasing the photo of the car.
Okay.
With the VIN number and the license number, the police always be able to find out who owns the car last.
Oh, definitely. Once somebody can identify who car it is, the VIN number, all that would come in play at that time. But you can't see. That's the picture they have of the car. You can't see the plate of VIN number, right? But somebody, I mean, everybody knows somebody in South Bend. Somebody know who car that is, who SUV is, Jason. So again, I trust that the police will receive who car it was and go from there.
I hope so.
Now, Takesha Jacobs says, "Who wants to speak to the police? They are so corrupt. The police know why wait if they know?" And that's what Justice for Michiana is for. If you feel like the police is corrupt and you don't want to talk to them, you reach out to Yumika. Yumika, what's the number that they can reach you at?
574-400.
I think I spelled your name wrong. So how you spell your name?
UMICHA.
Oh, I was right. Okay, and what's the number?
574-400-5856.
And my apologies. I usually would have had that written down to show it. So I'm gonna save it tonight so that we can show it on Wednesdays. So this is Yumika's number. If you don't trust the police, like a lot of us, call Yumika. Yumika, she trusts them enough to give them the information. She trusts them enough. Where we just may not trust them enough. You know? So
yes.
And we thank people that's like you, Yumika and Bernardo. You know?
Absolutely.
We thank y'all. We really, really do. So I'm gonna leave that up a little while longer. Is there anything that you would like to say, Sister Carolyn Jones? Is there anything you'd like to say before we get off of here tonight?
Yes. Johnny loved everybody. He didn't meet a stranger. If he had $1, he gave 50 cents of it away if you needed it. He didn't deserve this. He loved his neighborhood, even though he moved quite a bit since he's been in Indiana. But every neighborhood that he moved to, he helped people. I remember him telling me one day we talked, and he said, "Hey, I got to get the neighbor's kid off the bus.
Wow.
She stays over here with us until mom gets home or whatever." And then
That's so nice.
So y'all took someone from us, our family, and the community he lived in.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
So if you know something to bring justice for Johnny, say something, please.
Say something.
Absolutely.
If you know something, say something, y'all. And that's what we talk about on Peachy Tea Tyme all the time. All the time. The police can't just go out and pick up people.
Nope.
We are telling them who to go and pick up. If
Correct.
they wasn't there, they don't know. So that means somebody has to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Why it can't be us? Some of us is telling. Because like I said, if they wasn't there, they don't know nothing. Just like us. If we wasn't there, we don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
They don't have human powers.
Special powers.
Special human powers. They don't have it. So somebody has to say something in order for justice to be served. And that's for any case.
Yes.
Not just Johnny's case, for any case out there in
true.
the world.
Man.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
And they can get on Facebook and say anything they want to say on Facebook. Why they can't say that about this?
Ooh.
Exactly.
I
You
think
go on
Uncle Dave.
get
Talk to him,
a
Uncle
nerve
Dave.
and with somebody. Uncle Dave just hit somebody's nerve.
Yeah.
He just touched the nerve.
You can go ahead and spread somebody else's business on Facebook, but you can't come out and say that. Yeah, Uncle Dave, talk to him.
Or Uncle Dave, they can even a lot of them going out telling their own business.
That's right. Yeah.
On Facebook. They telling their own business, getting their own self locked up and caught up.
Right.
You might as well just go down there to the police and tell them the truth, tell them what didn't happen. Because before you know it, you're not going to keep it a secret. Okay, let's just make that clear. No one's going to keep it a secret. You're going to tell somebody.
Right.
And you're going to mess around and tell the wrong person.
That's true.
So, but to us, it's the right person. To you, it's the wrong person. Let me say that. Mm-hmm. But thank y'all so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm sorry. Carolyn Jones, if anybody wants to find you and your family so that you can come on their platform just as well, because the more people that covers this story and talks about this story, the more it gets out. So where can they reach you at?
Of course, I'm on social media at Carolyn Jones on Facebook and on Instagram. My Instagram is Carol 1031, and I will give my phone number. If anyone wants to text me and don't want to talk to me, they can reach me at 817-875-0750.
Okay. Now, Uncle Dave.
Now.
You and Auntie Rochelle, y'all out there in these streets? Or can they find you? Or they need to go through your maker?
Yeah, you can. They call 911 and they'll reach me by fire department, police department, either one.
I like you, Uncle Dave.
Absolutely.
There you go, Uncle Dave. I like that.
You got
that have to be why Johnny called you every day.
Yeah. He said, if you got something to tell me, call 911.
Call 911. Don't call Uncle Dave. He ain't playing with y'all. And I told y'all he got 5 or 6 of them tools. Do not play with Uncle Dave. Call 911.
Yeah. And that's reaching Louisiana.
I know that's right, Uncle Dave. Well, I thank you all so much. I'm going to go ahead and play the SUV release again. Huh?
That last comment.
Oh, it just came in.
Somebody.
Yeah. Erica said I had a comment, but some reason it didn't post. Okay, Erica, put it in there again. Put it in there again. That's my cousin. My cousin, y'all ain't finna do this to me. Y'all ain't finna do this. No, you will not. Now, matter of fact, just in case she is having some problems, what I'm going to do is put the phone number up. We're going to open up the phone lines. For anyone that would like to call in, if you have a question for the family, it's something that you didn't hear tonight, as far as question wise, feel free to call in. We're going to play the SUV again, and then we're also going to play the tribute again. So that'll give you all plenty of time to call in, okay? So here we go.
All I hear is raindrops falling from the rooftop. Oh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you. I thought that from this heartache I could escape. Might have run it long enough to know there ain't no way. And today I'm officially missing you. Ooh, can nobody do me like you? I said every little thing you do. Hey baby, say it stays on my mind. And officially, it's official. Ooh, you know that I'm missing you, yeah, yeah, yeah. All I hear is raindrops. Ooh, yeah. And I'm officially missing you.
All right, Jason. Another successful show, another successful family that has made it on to Peachy Tea Tyme with me and you to share their loved one's story. I'm so thankful. I'm so humble.
Absolutely.
And I hope and pray that not family members, but YouTube commentators, anybody that's out there that's watching that would like to have this family on their show, please contact them. Contact Justice for Michiana. Contact me. Contact Jason. We will make sure that this family is on your platform. Okay, because that's what it's about, Jason. Absolutely. You already know. That's what it's about. It's getting these people out here so that they can be on CNN next. You know, because it seems like when they're on those high platforms, that's when things start getting shaky. Pressure started applying. Pressure started applying with Peachy Tea Tyme.
That part.
Okay, that's when pressure starts. But when you make it to CNN and stuff, that's when work finna get done.
Yeah,
it can get done before that. It can get done before that, right, Jason?
Absolutely.
If we keep pressing and putting stuff out there, it can definitely get done before that. So that's our prayer. That's what we want done, which is justice and also getting these people's stories out here. So with that being said, I thank each and every person for joining us tonight. thank you to
all. Thank
Johnnie
you all.
Carwash. I like that nickname. Carwash Johnson, baby. Thank you so much to his family that came on tonight. That go Poolie, that go my baby. Hey, baby. But thank you all so much. Please tune in on Friday. Now, my husband made a request. He made a request last Friday. He said, can we do something else? Can we please do love and relationships? You know, when my husband say he want to do love and relationships, y'all, I'm telling y'all, he has gotten overwhelmed with the crime. It is not for everybody. Jason, you better tell him. It's not for everybody.
Not for the weak at heart. You know?
No, I'm special. I'm special, and I have realized it. I have realized that me and Jason is two special people that God has brought to y'all. Okay? Because everybody can't handle watching crime every day, all day long. They can't do it. But that's okay. Because God brought me. He said, the missus, you my favorite. So I'm going ahead and put you to the forefront. I said, okay, Lord, thank you. I appreciate it. But thank you so much, Jason. You know I love having you here with me.
Guys, everybody out there, continue, man, especially people in Indiana, Michigan area. Please, if you've seen something on Huey Street beyond this photograph of the vehicle, say something. Like it's not that hard. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. This is somebody that was a staple in y'all community, and now he's no longer there. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta say something to bring resolve to not only the family, but bring safety to your community, right? We do speak a lot about the family, but we sometimes forget to talk about the community. So if you don't say something, then the people that did this is still out there, they can do it again, right? Because the person that they were looking for, they didn't get.
Exactly.
The person that they were looking for, they didn't get. So that means that person's going to show up to another gathering, another place, and the same people potentially will be going after him again, which could cause another incident just like this one, where we lose innocent people to situations like this. So it's important to get those people off the street so they can get some kind of rehabilitation in them to help cure the system, man, to help cure what was going on. Because again, it's not the guns, it's the people that's holding them. You know what I'm saying? And like Uncle Dave did say, man, I agree with him 100%. It's the drugs too, man. The drugs definitely do something to a person to give them that alter ego, that courage to say, I'm gonna go ahead and take this 7 pounds of pressure to pull a trigger and potentially get the person that we were looking for, or a young girl, or a 4-year-old, or an 18-year-old, or a 52-year-old, or a 13-year-old. Like those are real numbers, right? Those are real people that have been taken because of, senseless shit. So definitely get on y'all grind, man, and talk. So if the police know, they got an idea, connect the puzzle piece. So all it takes is connecting the puzzle piece to solve this riddle.
There you go. Now, we all know, I did not say it at the beginning of the show, but we all know that tonight was explicit language and also allegedly, okay? But at the same time, we here just to do our business. You know what I'm saying? We here to bring the smoke, You know how they say out here in these streets, we here to turn up. You know what I'm saying? We here to turn up the crime, baby. We here to bring the pressure. You want smoke?
Yeah, man, I want smoke.
He want all the smoke, and I'm ready to bring the pressure, baby. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I'm going to end the show tonight. Look, when I said thank you, Uncle Dave, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Erica said it would not let her post because it was too long. Okay, I'm sorry, Erica. Would you like to call in? You want to call in, Erica? We still got a couple more minutes. We like to do our show at least like an hour and a half. So we still got some time. So if you would like to call in, Erica, I'm going to put the phone number back up for you because we really want to hear what you got to say. We really want to hear. Let me put it up a different way so it'll stay in one spot. Okay, there you go, Erica. So, Erica, please call in. She said yes. She definitely wants to call in. So, go ahead and give us a call, Erica. We're gonna go ahead and play the card one more time, y'all, because it's important. So while Erica's calling in, I'm gonna bring Bernardo and Yumika back up, and here we go. Now, I want to say this because I forgot to. Every time I play that video, I forget to tell everybody. For those that's watching that clip, that video, and like, why is it going so fast? I can't read that fast. It's okay. All you have to do is hit the pause, okay? You hit pause and then tap your phone one more time, and then all that stuff will go away, and you can literally actually see it. And you can write down the phone number. If you want to write down the link that's on there, you can write that down just as well. But all you have to do is hit pause, okay? I had to learn that just as well. So, Erica has not called in yet, but we still want to give her more time. Bernardo, is there anything that you want to say about this story tonight?
This story just a little bit different. It don't hit home, but it's hit from areas that I grew up at. Mm-hmm. Watch families. One of the lady lived down the street, couple house down. She's the oldest person from the neighborhood. She remembered me. I remember when her kids were small, and now her kids. You say she gonna call him.
Yeah, I see it.
It just hit home. An innocent man. He wasn't out there shooting. He didn't have a gun. I'm gonna mention his dog. He have a dog. Peachy, a rock.
Wow.
When I went in there, but he's in a cage barking, and he got out of the cage, Jason, and just came over to me, and I'm sitting there like, Lord, I do, right? That's when you go in that prayer mode right there, right? But the dog was
hold on 1 second, Erica.
And we just had fun with the dog, and he just made himself friends with me. So go ahead, Peach. You look like you got somebody on the phone. Go ahead.
Yes, we do have Erica on the phone line. Erica, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can y'all hear Erica fine?
Hi, Erica.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I like what we're not. Okay, the one guy said. The question was, what can we do about this? And the big thing that's really concerning me is our young people. I watch the news a lot, and they have different programs out here for young people. And I did not see not an African American child on these programs in South Bend. They have them working in the doctor's office and all that, and they're going to do scholarships for them.
Okay.
And our black children are not getting involved with this. Well, the parents is not even getting them involved.
Exactly. It keeps going in and out. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
And so, like I tell my son is 20 years old, and
can you turn your background down?
Yes.
Okay, turn your background completely down.
Okay, can you hear me now better?
Oh yes, that's a lot better.
Okay, yes. So, my son, he's 20, and and he didn't have easy slide at all. And so, but one thing about me, I kept going to school. I was kicked out of so many schools, but I kept going and I kept going. And today, my son, he's going to college, and I thank my fiance because he came in and showed me, okay, a man has to do this. A woman can't do this. A man has to do this. Mm-hmm. And I met a young man a couple of years ago, and his mom was ashamed to tell me that he was in job court. No, not job court. He went to juvenile, going to jail. So when I seen him, he looked at me and I said, "What's the problem?" He said, "Well, I've been in jail and stuff." I said, "You know what? Don't be ashamed." I said, "You took the wrong path. Now take the right path."
Exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's the parents. We got to start getting involved. And I love to speak up. I love to talk to young people. And that's my thing. I like to be in the streets talking to young people. It may get me in trouble one day, but I enjoy it.
Exactly.
I'm so tired of them getting killed. I live out here. A young little boy, 14 years old, got killed about 3 weeks ago.
And where are you calling from, Erica?
Niles, Michigan.
Niles, Michigan. Okay.
Right up the street. So, Erica, we love to have you down here on our team as well. So,
give me a call.
Yeah, Bernardo said that they would love to have you part of their team just as well.
Just call you Mika.
You know, I like to be. It's just some of my kids. I don't believe a child can be lost. They still have a lot. I mean, we have a lot to learn. So when someone tells me, well, that child is lost, I don't believe it. We have to get in their face. And a lot of kids, I have heard this. They have never heard nobody say, "I love you."
I've heard that too.
And I tell them, "I love you. I got you. If I gotta come to the schools and be kicked out, here I come. I'll be there for you because I got you."
Amen.
That's right. That's right. Well, Erica, thank you so much for calling. And I will get you Yumika's phone number. Yeah. And I'll send it to you because we all can make a difference. We all can make a difference in our cities and our states and our towns. Okay. Yes. So I would definitely make sure I get that information to you.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for calling Peachy Tea Tyme, girl. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Erica, for calling in. And look what happened after that. She said, "I'm ready to join in." She ready to do some things down there in the house, baby. She ready to get it cracking. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Yumika, is there anything you want to say before we get off here tonight?
Yes, I just want to say to the family again, justice for Michiana, do have you in their prayers. And real quick, I just want to say to the community, as I spoke with Pastor Watson today while out doing another case that we're working on, he said something to me and it's like, wow, how could I have not said this? For those that don't know, I'm also an evangelist. And how could I not have known to say this? So when he said it, it made me feel like this is the approach. The problem is not guns. The problem is not the people. The problem is sin. We have to address the sin that's going on. And as she spoke about our children, the problem is when I was a kid, my grandma had me at church every Sunday. Amen. But now on Sunday, you can find these babies at somebody's house playing a video game on TikTok. Nobody's going to learn the foundation of what it really takes to love people. So the problem is sin. And I think we should start there. I'm ready to work with her because that's where we have to start. If these babies don't know Christ or don't know a higher power, we have to put it in them because we have to find somewhere to stop this.
I agree. Well, we sure gonna get started here with Peachy Tea Tyme too, Yumika and Bernardo and Jason. We ready to get it cracking, okay?
I love y'all.
I love you too. I love you all so much. Thank you so much once again. Erica said yes, she agree. everything Yamika is saying. So thank you all again for watching. We love you all, and we will see you on Wednesday. And I have to say this: I didn't forget. I didn't. Not that I forgot, but I didn't get a chance to say it on Friday. Okay, we're doing something different. We will be not debating which song is better, but we're going to debate the lyrics. Okay, the lyrics of two of my favorite songs by Life Jennings. One of them is called She Got Kids, and the other one is called Hypothetically. Look, you because I know them. I know them.
You cannot put those two songs in a competition.
Yes, that's why I said we're not battling the two songs. We're simply going to discuss. We're going to discuss the lyrics to the songs. We have 3 males that's coming on, and we have 3 females that's coming on. So all together, we're going to have 4 females and 4 males. So you're going to get all of our perspective on those 2 songs. If you have not heard those songs, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Apple Music, any platform. You can find She Got Kids by Life Jennings and Hypothetically by Life Jennings. Now, I won't be able to play it on the show, but I will be reading off the lyrics, okay? So make sure y'all tune in. This is going to be our first time doing this. Hopefully, it won't be the last. Like I said, husband said, can we get a break on the crime? Just a little break. So love and relationships, it will be, baby. So thank you all again so much. I love you all. And you got to listen to my babies. You got to listen to them. Here they go. Kirsten, where you at, girl? I don't see you, little girl. Where are you?
I'm a little homie.
Look, I can't find her. Jason, you see her in there? I know I didn't delete her little boy off of here. There she go.